Am I the derriere for giving my daughter a car that I previously promised my girlfriend? I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years. We live together, but I also have a 19-year-old daughter from a previous marriage. She lives with her mum. A few months ago, I ordered a new car, and my girlfriend asked me if she could have my current one, and she would just pay me in instalments for it. I told her yes. But a few days ago, I was spending the day with my daughter, and she kept complaining about issues with her car, which is a piece of crap. And she asked me if she could borrow £1,000 to buy another one. And I told her no, and that instead she could just take my car, since my new one is due to arrive in 2 weeks. And in the meantime, I'll just rent one. When I told my girlfriend about it afterwards, I knew she'd be mad, but I offered to just buy her a different car. But she screamed at me and called me selfish and said I should at least once choose her over my daughter. So, am I the derriere? You're the derriere. You don't make a promise and then get to do as you want. The right thing would have been to talk about it with your girlfriend first, then respect her choice, if she still wanted the car you promised her. You can buy a new one for your daughter. I mean, of course she's mad. You said you would give the car to her, and then gave it to someone else. You are the derriere. I'm 30 female, and my husband is 44 male, and he asked me for a paternity test for our kids. Twins, 1, male and female, 6-year-old female and an 11-year-old male. It's been bringing up all the memories of him cheating on me. I'm currently staying with my sister until I can work through this feeling. Basically, a few weeks ago, my husband, Greg, asked me for a paternity test for the kids, and before I could even say anything, he started ranting about statistics and how apparently 60% of men find out that the kids they thought were theirs actually aren't, and if I don't do it, he wants a divorce. He straight up just blurted all of that out in less than a minute or two, scrolled through some pages on his iPad, and stood there like, well, what have you got to say for yourself? I was in the middle of making dinner for us and breastfeeding one of the babies, and I told him that I would never cheat because I'm not a piece of crap, and this conversation shouldn't be had in front of our children. He got mad and walked off. I finished dinner and asked our oldest to watch the twins for about 10 minutes while I talked with Dad. I was watching from the nanny cam the entire time as well. I didn't want our oldest son to hear this conversation, and asked my husband to meet me in the garage. I asked him where these cheating accusations were coming from, and he said he doesn't think that I would cheat, but he wants to make sure his children are his. For your information, I've never slept with another man. I've never even kissed anyone besides my husband. I've never even seen anyone else's private parts besides his, just to drive that point home. On top of that, he cheated during both of my first pregnancies, and it took years for me to work through that and get over it, but this just brought it all back up again. I told him he should do what brings him peace, but he thinks that I should pay for the DNA test, even though I make much less money than him, because it's my fault for him needing one. I told him that's his own insecurity, or maybe guilt, because he knows he doesn't deserve a loyal wife, and that he can just get it done, and I'm not paying for it. That was then. I guess in time, that had passed, he had it done, and it came back that all of our kids are his, obviously. I'm black with dark skin, eyes and hair, and he's white with ginger hair and green eyes. All of our children have his red hair and hazel eyes, but a mix of our skin tones. Instead of apologising or just saying he wanted some reassurance, he said, well, I found out that you're not a slut, without even checking to make sure our kids weren't around to hear that type of language. I tried not to react too much, but over the next few hours I just got angrier and angrier and packed a bag and told him to enjoy fathering his children for a few days by himself, because I'm going to stay with my sister until I make a decision about this marriage. He's been blowing up my phone ever since and is now doubling down on his cheating accusations. I'm so tired of coddling his insecurities our entire marriage. And after I left, my son texted me and said he doesn't think I'm what Dad called me. And after calling him and talking to him, he was indeed just around the corner and heard his father call me a slut. So we googled it to figure out what it meant. I don't even know what to do. Of course, this isn't like the first time I've considered leaving him, but he's all I know. I want to try and move past this and maybe even try couples therapy, but honestly, right now, I'm still just mad. Like, the audacity to accuse me of some foul stuff after everything he put me through is infuriating. What do I do? My guess would be that he's cheating again and projecting it onto you. Honestly, if not for your own sake, then for your children's well-being, please get out of this relationship. It's terrible for you, and it's not healthy for them to be exposed to this verbal abuse and misogyny. So 12 years ago, he was a 32-year-old man that got an 18-19-year-old pregnant. On top of that, he is a complete cheating derriere and a cheating piece of... This man is not material to be married to, and you should definitely show him the door. OP deserves so much better. OP, please, please, please consider leaving this man. I'm not sure about anyone else, but if the man of my children accused me of this, it would have serious repercussions. Not only is he saying you've cheated at least 3 times, also, it's that you've basically made him bring up another man's baby, or babies, and live a lie. The man you're married to, believe in that. Not only is it a trust issue, it's basically character assassination. I'm 42 and I have a stepdaughter, Liz, 17, from my wife, Kate's first marriage. She's also 42. Me and Kate also have a daughter, Emma, 3. Liz doesn't call me Dad and usually refers to me as Mr., my last name. I'll be honest, this has bothered me a little, but this is what Liz feels comfortable with, so I never pushed it. We're not close, but we have a good relationship overall, and she loves Emma. We weren't able to get together with my side of the family over Christmas, so my family had a late Christmas, New Year's gathering, where my mum gave her Christmas gifts for the grandkids. She got Emma some toys and Liz a sketch pad. She's an artist, so it's not a random gift. Liz and Kate were disappointed, and Kate pulled my mum aside later, I was around, to say that she shouldn't have given the gifts out in front of everyone, and Liz is hurt. Basically, my mum ended up replying that she went out of her way to get Liz a gift as a grandma, when Liz doesn't even consider me any kind of father figure. If they, Liz and Kate, have such an issue with the gifts, they can go and ask Liz's real father for a gift. Kate caused a bit of a scene and didn't take that comment well, and said my mum has no respect for them. I tried to calm it down, and I did tell mum she was being a little harsh. I told Kate she was causing a scene and blowing this up for no reason, and she was the one nitpicking about gifts, and mum just responded to her. Kate later got angry with me for saying that, and said I shouldn't have defended her. It's been a couple of weeks, and she's still a little upset with me. I don't think I'm really in the wrong here, and most of my family agree. My brother said I should post on here if this is still causing issues, so... Am I the derriere? Edited for people asking, Liz's sketchpad was significantly less expensive than the toys and things the other kids got, but it is something she would use and not a random item. So, a few things that the OP conveniently left out of the post but wrote in the comments. 1. Liz's biological dad is dead, which his family knows about, yet he still believes his wife is overreacting over the comment his mother made about her real dad getting Liz something. OP's mother has a problem with Liz not calling him dad, so this gift is quite literally a punishment for Liz. Liz got a dollar store present, while the other kids got over $1,000 worth of gifts. OP's wife said she should have given the presents in private if there was going to be such obvious favouritism, which in my opinion is fair. You're the derriere, majorly, and if I was your wife, I would rethink this whole marriage. See, a lot of people first said not the derriere, but after hearing the full story within the comments, changed their status to the derriere. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up, which would greatly help. Thanks for listening, beautiful folks. Bye!